Okay, yep.
Da 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 da. Three guys and no bear, and it's two guys, and that's football draft post show. And here's Coach.
Yep.
I really wanted to see how long that was going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually still had air before you came in, so like I could have went a while. Yeah, I
And the mic cut out, so I assumed it was over.
Fair. Yeah,
That's what I thought. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to the NFL Draft. Has happened.
Boy, it happened.
And you know what? I know that everybody knows their team has won. They are the April draft winners. They're ready to have easily the best seasons we've ever seen.
Of course.
True. I know you're being facetious, but my team actually did win. So
Yeah. My favorite is when you look back at a lot of the old draft rankings, even from like 3-4 years ago, and they're just like, this team gets like an F. I don't know what they're doing. They have like 5 Pro Bowlers.
Right.
Like, all right. It's almost like NFL scouts don't just look at YouTube highlights and random college flashy plays and look at players they can develop over time.
Right, because if they did, they wouldn't have drafted Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I still like Anthony Richardson.
That's true,
Rob.
Rob.
You know,
I mean, you know,
I was positive on
You
him.
know who else likes him? Cornerbacks.
Well, yeah, he can't. I mean, he needs to sit, and he probably will. So that's good. You know, that's a good for him.
Well, I mean, it is the Colts. They might just throw him in.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, even if he plays, it'll be a situation where they don't care.
Yeah, he'll only come in when the season's over.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so.
Which will be maybe like week 3.
Yeah. That's probably true.
So we had, let's see here, numerous things happen in the draft with trades and wacky wild stuff. But before that happens, we got some NFL news. Jordan Love has signed.
Oh, you missed some Green Bay Packer news. Right. I forgot what podcast I was on for a second.
Nope. Jordan Love's 5th-year option value was $20.272 million, fully guaranteed. Rather than picking that up, Green Bay gives Love a chance at more upside with a bit of protection for the team and less guaranteed money. So it is a 1-year contract extension worth up to $22.5 million, including $13.5 million fully guaranteed. So
yeah, I'm just gonna I don't know who wrote whatever that headline is, but that just less guaranteed money is not better for the player, actually.
Correct.
So, I would disagree with that assessment. Whoever wrote that.
The reason I think Field Yates, I don't know, I've seen him tweet stuff. They say the deal gives Love more money up front, which helps the Packers' cap situation.
Right.
And that's the main reason they're doing it. So, I mean, he's already a team-friendly guy. He's trying to help the cap, help the team win. You gotta love him. You gotta love, you know?
Yeah, well,
unless gotta love him, unless he's bad.
Unless he's bad.
And then Green Bay will drop him, with no ceremony and not with any kind of consideration of the team friendliness that he put forward.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Can't wait for like a really boring game where like it's like Packers Bears and like Love throws an interception on Thursday Night Football and they're like, oh, I bet he didn't love that one. I can't wait.
You're right. Oh my
it's
God.
happening.
How did I not see that coming? You're so right. There's going to be
Yep.
so much of the fucking commentation. Commentation?
Yeah, a lot of commentation is going to be like that.
There's a guy. His name is a word that exists already.
You already know. They're going to give him the Sunday night Bears Packers. All right, it's going to be like week 2. And what's his name? Chris Collinsworth going to be like, now let's see if his motion's like Aaron Rodgers. If you didn't know, this guy's been learning behind him. He's got the same quarterback coach. And if you, I mean, they just can't. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
I know Aaron Rodgers played earlier today, but can we just go and watch that game again? Like,
yeah, do you guys have any primetime games? Because you're both right.
Schedule comes out in 2
I think
weeks?
next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say any of those, you guys are both right. It will be insufferable. It will only be jokes about his name and also talking about Aaron Rodgers. That'll be the worst.
Kirk Cousins was, you like that? Well, you love that, don't you?
Yeah, it's gonna be full. We'll have I'd say at least 2 primetime games. They love to put the Packers in primetime just because it's the Packers anyway.
Yeah,
and they know. But
do
also,
we play Jets Packers? Does that happen?
Oh no, they made sure that didn't happen. We played last year.
Yeah.
That's why. They probably would have wanted it to happen, but
I would think, like that would be.
And like you can do 2 AFC, NFC divisionals again.
I'm glad that game wasn't in prime time. That was terrible.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was
was
that's
so
when
bad.
Sauce Gardner took the cheesehead and styled on your stadium, and then also, I don't know if you guys know this, but during the courtship period of Aaron Rodgers, he burned the cheesehead on Twitter video to be like, Aaron, please come. So you see, I don't I don't care about the cheesehead, please.
Yeah. No, that was a really terrible game. Losing to
I beg to differ.
We lost to the Jets 27-10.
Yeah.
It was Aaron Rodgers.
One of the rare bright spots last year for the Jets.
Yeah, I don't even remember if that was the game Aaron Rodgers had a broken thumb and he was like playing with it, or if that was the next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But still, you know what? I'm still copium. Copium.
Yeah,
I'm still copium.
copiumizing.
Yeah, which could pay off or may not.
Yeah.
So we had the NFL draft happen. So here we are.
Yeah.
The NFL draft. We had, was there like a big, I went to Tankathon and it's already up for next year.
Oh, those bastards.
Those bastards. Well, we have like all what the teams did. So we had the Panthers at number 1 overall, and they took Bryce Young, which I think we all pretty much assumed they were going to do. I think he was like the hands down best quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree. My QB analysis said as much.
Yep.
However, I misaligned with the NFL GMs on the number 2 QB off the board, it seemed. But,
Yep.
But yeah, Bryce Young looks real good.
Yeah, Bryce Young, he looks good. He's going to go to the NFC South, which is honestly not a great division currently. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's kind of wide open because like the Falcons. Here's the thing: last year the Falcons, I thought they were going to do terrible, and they did like not bad.
Yep,
they were better than I thought they'd do. And then the Panthers got a new quarterback. They're young, new coach. The Saints are probably the favorites with Derek Carr.
I would say so. Yeah,
and they were close last year, so I would definitely pick them. And then the Buccaneers are. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody was like, "Where's Invicta?" And I was like, "Just look at his team. he does not care.
Yeah,
he had his fun. He'll show up.
We'll see him in like 12 years when Patrick Mahomes, changes teams finally.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Or when Todd Bowles leaves, I think that'll be.
He's probably
yeah.
And believe me, I understand where he's coming from on that one. So.
Same.
Yeah.
But there was an article that was like today, like after the Steelers draft, Matt Canada has no excuses anymore. Like, brother, he didn't have any excuses anyway.
But then we had the AFC South with the Houston Texans.
Whoa.
And they had some insane plays. So they take CJ Stroud, who I think everybody was saying he was going to go second. Well, he was going to go first for a while.
He was the number 2 all year, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone was like Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, right?
Yeah.
But then there was late in the draft, everybody was talking about Will Levis. So
yeah, and then that was cool. They're getting their quarterback. That was definitely the right play. And then all of a sudden they trade up to number 3 with the Cardinals. And they take Will Anderson, who is probably, everyone was saying, the best player in this draft.
Yeah.
And an
best
insane
defensive
pass rusher.
prospect.
Yeah. So they get pretty much their two most needed positions for really any team is a pass rusher and a quarterback, and they just got them both.
Yeah.
So
and you know, we were saying it during the draft stream, but like, I don't. Have we ever seen that? I mean, I've never seen that in my draft watching of like a team trading back into right behind their top spot. You know?
Yeah.
It's a bold move.
Yeah, I think there's only been a few teams that have even selected back to back or like picks that high, just in history. So pretty crazy. I mean, this is the Mecco Ryans coaching staff now, right, and management and everything. So listen, I like the Mecco Ryans. I liked him as a player. He seems like a really good dude. He's been a good assistant coach and everything. So I mean, and coordinator. So I'm all aboard the Texans train now. Like, they're looking like a fun team, and they're in the AFC South. So who knows what can happen?
Yeah, I was telling Texans fans, like, yeah, look, this year's gonna suck, but you guys, like, the future's bright. All right, you got 1 million draft picks from Cleveland. Like, things are looking good, and now things are looking great.
Yeah, very
100%.
You got potentially 2 all-stars. You know, I mean, look, no one's gonna know how a quarterback pans out in the NFL. You just you never know. But like, usually, like, top defensive players like that are usually pretty good.
Generally, yeah.
So excited over there. Then more AFC South. The Colts taking Anthony Richardson.
Yep.
Can't wait for them to throw him out there way too early and Colts it up.
Yeah, I worry that they're gonna Malik Willis that kid. You know. And they, speaking of, they've already kind of tossed him in the trash. I don't want to play with you anymore with Malik Willis.
Well, he's on the Titans.
No, I know, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So I hope that doesn't happen with Anthony Richardson, because he is genuinely very, very good at what he can do right now. You know, so
yeah. It'll be interesting to see, because obviously saying that, we might as well just say the Titans in the early second round took Will Levis, the other quarterback.
Right. Yep.
So the entire AFC South is quarterbacks that are rookies or Trevor Lawrence from, in his third year.
Yeah, he's the veteran QB.
So that is a division of just insane. That's kind of what the AFC East was kind of like that a couple years ago, right?
Yeah. Well, that didn't pan out so well.
Well,
with the Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, and what's his face, Sammy D.
Yeah, I mean, it panned out well if you're the Bills, but not the other one.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be a fun division, especially because I don't really care about that division, so it'll be fun from an outsider perspective. Yeah. But if you're a fan in the division, I don't know what's gonna. I guess if you're the Jaguars, you're like, dude, great.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's interesting too, because like that division is kind of it's kind of wide open, right? And like all these teams are like, hey, we think our Super Bowl window is within the next 2 or 3 years, so we're trying for that. But they're all doing that in the division, so it's I don't know. I feel like that's actually kind of rare. Like usually in I don't know. There seems to be only maybe 15 teams any year that's actually trying to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it seems like
it could be an AFC West thing again, where everyone's like, "All these teams are going to be good this year," and then it's just like, "Oh, it's the Bills again."
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that division will be good. Yeah,
you got a veteran quarterback coming over from another team like Russell Wilson did, and then you never know.
I mean, you got 4 division winners, and you got the wild card, so it's like 7. And obviously, you got like 7 teams per playoffs. So I guess it's like 14 teams trying to get. But even then, like some of the lower tier wild card teams, you're just like, that team's not going to win.
Dude, we saw the wild card teams last year. It was tough.
Yeah.
Miami should not have been there.
No, that was no. So
although in their defense, they were.
The Vikings should not have been there, man.
Well, that I agree. Hard agree. Yeah.
I mean, and with the Dolphins, I would say that they were trying to win it all, but then
the 2 concussions. Yeah, that's true too. Which he said he almost retired, but I guess they said he learned how to fall. So
good.
I will see how that goes. So that a lot of that's all the quarterbacks. Then we had the classic picks of not quarterbacks, crazy. We had the Seahawks take Devin Witherspoon, the corner from Illinois, with Denver's pick. So
wait, hold on. Before we move on past Witherspoon, I wanted to mention that like Pete Carroll had been tweeting out like subtle hints that they were going to take Witherspoon, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, like crazy ass like puzzles.
Yeah, it was just like it was mostly just he just kept mentioning Reese Witherspoon movies mostly, which is fair, I guess, because how many people are named Witherspoon?
Yeah, and then he's probably just like, actually, there's been a couple of Witherspoons in the NFL. I think about it. There's a linebacker. I can't remember his first name, but there was some linebacker. I think there's another.
It was Reese.
Witherspoon's a D&D ass name, dude.
Yeah, right.
NFL. Hold on, I'm actually curious. What was that guy's name? Am I crazy?
I don't
Wait,
know.
there's Akello Witherspoon, and he
was
Akello Witherspoon. He's with the Steelers.
Ah,
Look at that.
You got a Witherspoon
From now.
Oh, he does not start. I don't think.
Well, yeah, he's got one interception last year, and that's it.
Fair, yeah.
He's with San Francisco, and then he went to the Steelers, but he's played not a lot, so that checks out. Who's that? Yeah. What's that linebacker? Am I crazy?
I don't know.
Be crazy.
Oh, Will Witherspoon. That was his name. Will Witherspoon. He played with the Rams and the Titans. That's what it was. Okay, I only know that because I played Madden, and I'd be like, dude, I'm taking Witherspoon. Anyway, Pete Carroll loves puzzles.
He does.
So then we had the Cardinals take Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle, who said to be one of the best offensive tackles. The Raiders took Tyree Wilson, defensive end, so they want a pass rusher. Then the Falcons took a running back.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson, which...
I mean, he's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. And, I mean, they do run the ball a lot, so he probably fits their system. So I think he'll fit right in. So that's... I mean, yeah. I don't think it's a bad pick, but it's weird to take a running back that high.
It kind of... It feels to me like the Giants taking Saquon a couple of years ago. You know? I mean, granted... Had they taken, well, actually no, because they could have taken Josh Allen at that pick when they took Saquon. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's it's not bad still, but
yeah.
The thing with running backs is you can find good running backs pretty easily, right? Like, and as long as you have a good offensive line, like a lot of players can just be good.
So the Vikings are trying to trade Dalvin Cook, who's like a pretty decent running back, for like a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
Running backs are not, expensive in terms of draft capital.
Yeah. Or capital. They don't get paid well at all.
The big issue with running backs is that their shelf life in the NFL is so short. Like, you're just a couple years. I mean, every play you're just getting run into and running into people, and your body just gets worn down. And so you have to like do really well early on to get paid, and if you don't, then they're just like, he's played 4 years, he's running out. I mean, look at like Ezekiel Elliott. That dude fell off.
Well, I mean, he's a good example of like why teams are not paying running backs too, because like I feel like he's the last running back that got a big contract, like a big second. I mean, who else gets? I mean, maybe CMC. I guess he got a big one in 49ers land, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Biggest NFL running back contract. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's number 1. Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
But even then, those two guys
both
are
like
very hybrid style. Like they're not your typical running back, right? I don't know how Bijan Robinson is. Like, I don't know if he's that type or if he's more of like Derrick Henry, I guess. But Derrick Henry is like a literal, like, he's not human. He's like,
he's probably one of the. That's the thing. You have to be one of the best running backs ever in order to actually get paid at all at the position. So
Nick Chubb's another one, but again, Nick Chubb is also like really good, like insane. Like, dude's a bowling ball. So yeah, I mean, and then like there's again, like there's so many other running backs on the list where like you can look at them and be like, they're pretty good. Like you can probably fit them in the. I mean, look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs just won the Super Bowl with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, so many teams still do the running back by committee thing. Like, it's nice to have a Derrick Henry, but like clearly it's not necessary to win Super Bowls, considering they haven't won one with him, right? So
basically, the Falcons are stupid.
Basically, the Falcons are dumb. Yeah, that's what it boils down to.
Unless we all eat our words and Bijan Robinson is like a super god, right, and wins them the Super Bowl or something, because it could happen.
If he have to be like a top 5 running back in the NFL by like in a couple of years. But
like immediately, probably. Yeah, it could be.
Because I mean, I don't know. Because and then the other one was Jerick McKinnon on the Chiefs. So I mean, I even remember back in the day when the Packers won the Super Bowl, we had James Starks as our running back.
Right.
Hall of Famer James Starks. Don't remember?
Yeah.
So it can depend on your team, but again, like even the Titans, you look at them, like once they get to the playoffs, a lot of people are always like, oh, the running teams, they're going to run you over in the playoffs. And then they just get stopped and then they don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. So, I don't know. But I hope he does well.
Yeah.
Then we had the Eagles with the Jalen Carter pick. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't go to the Browns, honestly.
Yeah.
But, he's apparently a good nose tackle. He's also a shitty person. And Eagles. Then we had the Bears take Darnell Wright, offensive tackle. So they're helping protect Justin Fields.
This is when we get into the draft is only tackles phase of the draft.
Yep.
The Titans also going offensive tackle with Peter Skoronski. That's a football name.
Oh, yeah.
Skoronski.
Here's
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Bears didn't take him just for his Chicago-esque name.
Right.
Then we had, apparently he's from Chicago. He's went to Northwestern. Then we had Jahmyr Gibbs go to the Lions, another running back.
Yeah.
That was the first, well, what are you doing pick of the draft.
Yeah, that was like...
And I guess because of what happened after, I guess you kind of get why, but then I don't know. I feel like because they traded DeAndre Swift afterward is what I'm getting at, and to the Eagles. But like, I don't know. That seems... I don't know. It just seems kind of short-sighted to me, right? Like you have DeAndre Swift on contract. Why draft a player and then trade him away?
I think the biggest reason is just he's been hurt constantly.
Right.
So they are probably like, listen, we need like more stability. It's obvious it's the running back thing, right? He's already getting hurt a bunch. He's probably losing a step. He's not as swift as he used to be. Sorry. And so they were just like, yeah. Plus they lost Jamal Williams too, which I don't know why.
Right.
Like he literally got like 13 touchdowns. We're like, yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah.
The Lions are kind of lionsing a bit in this offseason.
Yeah.
So, classic move. But, I mean, from Alabama, he's probably... I think he's good. I haven't really watched him play, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, but still, a running back at number 12 when you need a bunch. Like
when you're the Lions.
Yeah, you're the Lions.
There's a lot of things you got to need.
Yeah. And then we had the big time Green Bay Packer acquired from the New York Jets pick, Lucas Van Ness. We thought the Packers would go offense to spite Aaron Rodgers, to help Jordan Love, and turns out they just don't like drafting offense. I was wrong.
Just hate it.
JSN was right there.
Yeah.
Yep, he was.
And...
although he didn't go until 20.
Yeah.
So we could have even traded back a bit, but honestly, here's the only reason I was excited about this guy is because I was listening to the Chicago sports radio, and the old Bears coach Dave Wanstead, they're talking about which offensive tackle they want. And they're like, do you want Skoronski or do you want Darnell Wright or this? And then they're like, oh, on tape, Lucas Van Ness beat all of them. And then he was just like, well, why don't we take Lucas Van Ness? And they were like, ah, woo, ha, ha. And so after hearing that, and then the Packers took him, I was like, dude, nice. This dude beat all the like top tackles in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
So that was my only copium hope I got from this pick. He kind of looks like a Aiden Hutchinson light. You know, I don't think he has the same skill set and instincts or him, but he seems like he can be that type of player. So I mean, listen, anytime you can get a potential pass rusher, it's pretty good. I mean, look at TJ Watt. Look at
Packers are like, oh, we're not going to make that mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been great. I mean, like anytime you can get to the quarterback and sack him, it's good. So I'm not going to be upset about that. Cool. Then we had the Steelers. Oh wow! I just realized our teams all picked back to back to back.
Yep.
That is actually very well. We weren't supposed to, but
Yep. So
because that was the Patriots pick. But Bill Belichick.
Thank you, Bill Belichick, and your just endless spite for New York.
He just hates the Jets so much.
So they trade down with the Steelers, and Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, goes to the Steelers, and I think that's who the Jets probably want.
That is exactly who the Jets was. The last like top tier offensive lineman in the draft, and the Steelers were like, no. We had one of the worst lines in the league, so we'll have that. Thank you. I'm not gonna let that one slip away.
And I want to say I do like in general have very much liked Joe Douglas's tenure as the GM, and he rarely gets fucked over like that. So that was a shrewd move by Bill Belichick and who's the GM at Steelers?
Omar Khan.
Omar Khan, yeah.
His first year as the drafter, and everyone loves him now. He's like a kid.
Yeah. That was a solid move.
Yeah. It was the right thing to do, and then we did some trade magic later on to get some of those picks back. So I mean, it was a very, very light expenditure to move up 2 picks and get the player we desperately needed to make the team better.
Yeah, no, it seems like a solid. But I mean, the offensive linemen are always the boring, but once the season starts, you're like, man, I'm glad we took that guy.
And I actually have a theory about this. It's because nobody tracks any specific stats for linemen, so there's like nothing to point to other than like you could go on PFF and see what their opinion is, like that they put in numbers,
or there's like sacks allowed, but that's like such a small like thing of what linemen act like. They're also run blocking, like even if they didn't give up a sack, they might have let their guy beat them. Even if they give up the sack, there's like so many different factors that go in.
The play could be designed for the guy to run past them, like it's hard to but
so it's and plus once you're in the season, it's like, all right, I want to watch my quarterback throw to my crazy wide receivers running around, and then they just keep getting sacked, and you're like, come on. But then those same people are just like, we took offensive line. This is boring. So it's like, you got to pick one, right? Like, you give your quarterback time. Like, it's like offensive line is almost like one of the most important things next to like defensive line. Because you're not only giving your quarterback time to throw, but you're giving your running game holes to run through. And it's just literally your offense just runs through the offensive line.
Dude, when I was... when I became a Jets fan, 2009, 2010, the Jets had a Hall of Fame center, Joe Mangold, and I mean that introduction to the NFL for me showed me how important offensive line was, because Mark Sanchez, you can look at his career on a whole now, and he wasn't that great of a QB when he played. But he was, any deficiencies he had were held up by Mangold, because Mangold would call the protections and stuff like a QB, because he was just that good as a center, right? And that's just, it was just so valuable. Like, our offensive line was like we had DeBrickashaw Ferguson and Mangold. I mean, we had a great offensive line at that time, and honestly, I think that offensive line is what pushed us to the championship game those 2 years. So,
you lost to an even better offensive line. Steelers won when they had just an incredible O line. It's just true. Marquise Pouncey.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you see people say defense win games. Nah. Offensive lines win games.
Yeah. I think the defense win championships thing it's been dead for a while, probably. Like, I don't think that's true anymore.
I definitely agree. You need your defense to, like, just, it's the bend don't break. Like, you need them to get some turnovers, stop some crucial things, and that's about it.
You need them to stop the opposing team from scoring more points than your offense can score. That's it. Like, I know, I get that's kind of a John Madden kind of thing. But you get what I mean, right? Like, it's like, okay, if they gave up 20, it's not a big deal if your offense can score 25. You know. But because as a Jets fan, I've seen many times where, oh wow, we have a great defense. We held the opposing team, the number 1 ranked offense in football, to 13 points, but our offense only scored 10. So who gives a shit? Anyway.
How it felt watching the Steelers last season.
Yeah.
On my side, the Packers have always had unbelievable offensive lines, and they still do. They actually have Adam Stenovich, and this dude has, like, literally just crafted gold. Like, he's been their offensive line coach. He's, like, he helped Corey Linsley become a Pro Bowler. Then Linsley left, and then Josh Myers comes in, and then he becomes, like, a top player. We had, like, Elton Jenkins become, like, one of the best linemen in football. Like, and we wanted to keep him so badly that we promoted him to offensive coordinator. Just because we're like, this dude makes amazing offensive linemen out of, like, nothing. So, currently we have, according to the top offensive lines in football, the Eagles are number 1. Then we got Browns, Ravens, Falcons, Cowboys, Lions, Packers, Chiefs, 49ers, Broncos. Those are the top 10. And the if you're wanting the worst is the Tennessee Titans, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New Orleans Saints, oh boy, Derek Carr, Arizona Cardinals, Buffalo Bills, Jaguars, Jets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see how the offensive line of the Jets goes.
Yep. Steelers are a solid number 18 now in the middle.
It's misleading because they got better, but also we played, like, our schedule was literally all the best teams at the start and all the worst teams at the end. So it was kind of a weird season in that regard.
Then we had the New York Jets select Will McDonald the 4th.
Yep. Edge rusher. He seems good. I do think that the Jets were probably blindsided by I think they were expecting to go tackle there, but ended up going with best player available, which was Will McDonald, and he seems very good. A lot of Jets fans did get kind of upset with the pick because of, what happened with the trade.
It is funny that Aaron Rodgers still did not get an offensive play.
That is very funny.
Yeah.
But and also because our D-line is pretty good already, right? So it's not like it seemed like a depth pick, but then at the same time, I don't know. It gives us we have like probably like 8 or 9 players on the defensive line right now on the team. So like it's a solid 20% of our team is D-line. But the part of the reason that the Jets were successful on the D-line last year is because we did have depth and we were rotating guys in and out, and that seems to be what Saleh likes to do. So, more firepower there is good, I think.
Yeah. I mean, again, you can't go wrong with edge rushers. I mean, you can. They can end up being
yeah.
But if they're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who cares, right? Yeah, exactly.
So then we had the Commanders take Emmanuel Forbes, corner.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. Then we had the Patriots take Christian Gonzalez, who actually saw as like a higher projected pick. So
yeah, they got one of the bigger steals of the draft, it felt like.
Yeah, after trading down at that. So that's a
it's annoying. He does seem like he's gonna be a good corner, and I don't like it because
Yeah. Then the Lions pick again, taking Jack Campbell, linebacker, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
That was apparently a shock to a lot of people, but listen, whenever the Lions pick somebody, I just imagine Dan Campbell like talking to them, and he's just like, "I like this kid. He's got my last name." They're like, "All right." He's like, "You know what? This is a tough kid. He's gonna be on the team." Like you can see it. Like he's looking for a certain type of person.
Dan Campbell doesn't need good players because he just looks at his players and they just want to play better just from the eye contact.
They are literally the like grit and hustle team. Like it doesn't matter what you are, as long as you play at 110%, you're gonna be on the team.
Yeah.
After watching that Hard Knocks, that was watching him just do like what do you call them? Are they burpees or whatever with the team? It was just He's just like, I hurt my wrist, man, but I gotta do it. He's like practice, like dude's insane, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, Jack Campbell. Then we had the Buccaneers select Kalijah Cansey, Pittsburgh defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me ask Invictus. Invictus, what do you think of this pick? Cool. All right, there we go.
Yeah, accurate.
Then we had the Seahawks take JSN. Somehow the Seahawks still have just really good receivers fall to them in like late first round.
Yep. I don't know how JSN didn't go higher. If he was the best wide receiver, so many teams needed wide receiver, and they were just like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Which, speaking of which, right after this happened, the dam broke and the wide receivers started flooding out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Dolphins forfeit their pick, so they didn't pick. Then the Chargers take Quentin Johnson, wide receiver, TCU. Then the Ravens take Zay Flowers, wide receiver, Boston College. And the Vikings take Jordan Addison, wide receiver, USC. So 4 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. So that's pretty crazy. Then we had the Giants take Deonte Banks, corner out of Maryland. The Bills took Dalton Kincaid out of Utah, the tight end. So that's, I think, good for them. They
left Dallas to do that as well.
Yeah, they left. So Dallas got stuck in the Jets position. So they're like, we'll take Mozzie Smith.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yep. What
Quite
a name.
a name.
Yep.
Yeah. Fortunate.
Yeah. Then the Jaguars go Anton Harrison, offensive tackle. Bengals go Miles Murphy, edge rusher, Clemson. Saints get Brian Breesy, defensive tackle. Eagles take Nolan Smith, linebacker, Georgia. And Kansas City took Felix Uzoma.
Yep.
So that was round 1. Then we'll mention some round 2 standout picks here. Steelers getting Joey Porter Jr.
It was ordained. It was meant to be. I just want to quickly go through the Steelers because they had an insane draft. I know everyone says that, but they did. They had an insane draft.
We can go through our own teams now. You can start.
Yeah. They got Broderick Jones, obviously. They got Joey Porter Jr., who is one of the good cornerbacks, which both those positions were desperate needs. Like if we had drafted anything that wasn't O-line or cornerback, then people would have been pissed. Like maybe safety to like go alongside Minka, but like no, those are the two dire needs, and they were both met with basically the top player available at that pick. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. But then we also got Keanu Benton from Wisconsin, who was just a like decent player. But the two that I care about most here are these round 3 and round 4 picks. Darnell Washington from Georgia, tight end. Yeah, projected to go, I think, much higher, and just like kind of like your potential, like Travis Kelce type, Gronk type guy. And the Steelers have never really had anything like that before, so that excites me.
He was supposed to go early second, and he pretty much had some injury issues, I guess, so he fell. But still, I mean, if that works out, then
this dude is 6'8". All right, I feel like he's just like he's probably already healed by now. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like these guys are freaks. They don't follow normal injury rules of us mere mortals.
Mm-hmm.
And then in round 4, Nick Herbig from Wisconsin, edge rusher, like just again like the best player available at the time, and someone to go finally alongside T.J. Watt. I'm just saying, like, watch out for the Steelers this year. I'll be that guy. I'll fucking say it. Like, all the needs were met. If it comes down to 2 things now, if Kenny Pickett improves, which I honestly have a lot of confidence that he will, or if Matt Canada ruins it all and all of these great players go to complete waste because somehow he's employed. That's kind of been the sentiment on the Steelers subreddit, is basically like, this draft was great. Holy shit, I can't wait. Oh yeah, Matt Canada still as the coordinator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. But yeah, it was a apparently PFF #1 ranked draft of the draft.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it an A+.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the Jets last year had a draft that everyone said was great, and they were right. It was. It worked out real well. So
Yeah. Well, this year they gave the Jets a B-.
yeah, I would agree. Well, it definitely wasn't. It wasn't last year's draft.
Yeah.
Last year's draft was very, very good.
Yeah, getting both the best offense and defensive rookies of the year.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
No, it's hard. It's hard to beat that for sure.
Yeah. Plus they got Bryce Hall.
Yeah, Breece Hall. Yeah.
Breece Hall, yeah. So
yeah, no, I mean,
who also could have been offensive rookie of the year if he kept going.
Yep, I mean, honestly, if he stayed doing what he was doing, he would have been.
Yeah.
He just would have been. So yeah.
The Jets also took Joe Tippmann, Wisconsin center.
That's right. That was what we did in the second round. Is we addressed our center or our offensive line woes, and actually then post draft they also added another free agent that was with Rodgers and someone else on the O-line, because that is a big need. Actually,
who was it?
Gosh, I don't know. Let's see. He's not going to be starting, so that's why I don't remember. Maybe someone
Billy
named Turner. Turner, yeah.
Billy Turner. Honestly, Billy Turner's pretty all right. He's like a versatile type of tackle. Usually they put him in like the big line packages, where if you're gonna like go 7 linemen or something, they put him in, or he can like back up. He's a pretty solid backup.
And actually that's one of the things with him too, is that he's a very flex lineman, so he can go guard, he can go tackle, So and that's what we need, because shit's been rough the past couple of years. So it's I think they did get fucked in the first round, because I think they wanted to go first round tackle, but then round 2 they got Tippmann, a center, and then round 4 they got a tackle, and then they also got I think 2 more guys in free agency. So they're it's a little stuck together with rubber bands and paper clips, but it's maybe it'll work. I mean, the thing is, if it still kind of comes down to Becton, because if Mekhi Becton cannot be injured for the whole year, and play, then he would actually be when he's playing, he is a solid left tackle. It's just that he's never on the field. So so that is that they did do that in the first, and also they were doing a lot of trading down. So that was one thing. I think they had a 3rd and traded down into the 4th. And then
they got Carter Warren, offensive tackle, in the 4th. They got Israel Abanikanda.
Abanikanda is how that's. I know that's how I've heard. I've heard people say that, the commentators call him that. I can't imagine that that's how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, but it is very, very cool.
It is a cool name, yeah. Zaire Barnes, linebacker. I love this one. Jarek Bernard Converse.
Yep.
You had Converse on your team.
He's the heir to the Converse fortune, of course.
Yep, of course.
Everyone knows.
And then the big
Zach Kuntz.
Yeah, yep.
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, I'm no German, but that reads Zach Kuntz to me.
Well, it is Zach Kuntz from what I've seen, but
Oh,
listen,
well, I mean, tomato.
yeah, tomato, really. Honestly, he seems like his whole thing is he's a freakish athlete. He just needs to be coached up. So, I mean, for a 6th rounder, that's pretty solid, especially if he can bust out.
Actually, that is one of the things that was on the... Let's see if it's still here. Yeah, so apparently, according to something called No Flags Film, so...
Okay, great.
Who knows? But I just posted in Foosenball, the Jets had the highest average athletic score for their draft class. So, I mean, I don't know how valuable this chart is, but if it's true, it seems like that's what the Jets were doing this year, is like just picking up guys who are like, okay, he's really physically amazing. Maybe we could coach him up.
That's what a lot of the Packer things are, which is there they are. Packers are at like 10th in this, then Steelers are actually 4th.
Yeah,
or 5th. So yeah, that's 91.3.
Yeah, no, that it does seem to be what Joe Douglas did this year was like kind of very best player available, in the sense of like, this guy is like a physical monster, so like if he can put the other pieces together, that'll be great,
Yeah.
So
I do like seeing the least athletic teams. The Vikings, the 49ers, the Raiders, the Cowboys, and the Jaguars.
Yep.
So the Vikings had a 48.7.
Yeah.
As the worst athletic team.
That's not great. Yeah, and I think this is calculated based on just like combine stuff.
Yeah.
Like all combine stats. So
yeah.
Take with that what you will, I suppose.
Yeah.
Take from that.
Well, over in the Green Bay Packer land in the 2nd round, we got Luke Musgrave, who's a tight end, Oregon State. So apparently very athletic guy that they're hoping becomes like a George Kittle, which would be great. Then we got Jaden Reed, Michigan State. We got our 2nd round wide receiver. We love 2nd round wide receivers. He is pretty much the slot guy. So that's hopefully he's actually a good slot guy, unlike Amari Rodgers when we had him. That'd be nice. Then we had Tucker Kraft, another tight end. So we've taken 2 tight ends.
Yep.
I actually don't know. I think he's more of like a run blocker hybrid type guy, but listen, as long as they're good, I don't care. Then we got another edge rusher in Kobe Wooden. I believe he looked... I actually don't know much about him, but cool. I like his name.
Yep.
Then we drafted our backup quarterback, Sean Clifford. Sean Clifford.
I heard he's a big red dog.
Yep, he is a big red dog. That's what I thought too, and I heard Clifford.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people didn't even think he was going to get drafted. I guess they took him because they said he's like he scored well on tests and he's smart. Which, like, listen, I don't care. Hey, you know what? Apparently, he beat Will Levis in the bowl games or something.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, I didn't even scout this guy, so
yeah.
I don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
nobody did apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, he also is kind of like a who's that Saints guy, the gadget quarterback guy?
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he's kind of like Taysom Hill from what I've seen comped with him. So I think that's what they're gonna try to do, is like make him just like a smart Taysom Hill style backup. Which, fine, whatever. Honestly, if he's playing, we're in a bad spot.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't care. Then we got Dontavian Wicks, wide receiver. I love that name.
That is a cool name.
Yeah. Then we got Carl Brooks. Apparently it was a good steal. He was supposed to go a couple rounds earlier, but we got him in the 6th, so I'm happy with value there. And then we got our new kicker, Anders Carlson, the brother of Daniel Carlson, the Pro Bowl Raiders kicker. This is a classic Rich Biasca Raiders thing where he was like, "Give me the other Carlson, brother. I'll get him." So,
we should. Before you continue, I forgot to mention we should a kicker went pretty high in this draft.
Oh yeah, you're right.
In the compensatory picks in the third round, the Niners took a kicker. So
Yeah, which
I don't remember his name, but he's apparently very good.
I can't believe the Niners didn't take like 4 quarterbacks in a row to try to,
Yeah,
just make sure they can finish the season with one.
Jake
Yeah.
Moody is his
Jake
name.
Moody.
Yeah, Jake Moody. So it is. If this was like another team, I'd be like, God, what idiot. But it's the 49ers, so I'm like, they probably know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So well, it's still crazy to pick a kicker this high, but what kickers highest
There have not been.
drafted?
I think it was Aguayo, right? In the second
Oh.
round for the Bucks or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Here we go. Highest drafted kickers in history. We got Charlie Gogolak, 1966.
That's a
Oh, of
name.
course.
Steve Little in 1978. Okay, modern day. Sebastian Janikowski went first round, 22nd overall. To be fair,
Well,
he was
that was right. Yeah,
he was one of the best kickers of all time. So
that turned out to be correct. So
yeah, we had Robert Aguayo was second round, 59th pick, and he did not do very well.
did not pan out that well. Yeah.
No.
Is he in the league anymore? Actually,
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. He played 1 year.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Mike Nugent was second round. Former
Victor was
Jets kicker.
here.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah.
Honestly, we should just get an AI Sinvicta. in here.
We really
do it,
only
right?
need one voice clip from Sinvicta. Just going, yeah. That's about it. So yeah, Mike Nugent, 2005, went in the second round with the Jets, and he had a pretty good career, long career.
Yeah.
And Nate Kading went in 2004 to the Chargers, and he actually did pretty okay, but I don't know if he was like second round worthy.
Right.
Like he wasn't that good, but he did okay. So it either does insanely well or mediocre or terrible. So your 3 options.
Like all draft picks.
Yeah, like
really.
all draft picks.
Yeah.
And then the Packers got 4 7th rounders. These are just like throwing darts at a board. Carrington Valentine, corner, but potential safety. Lou Nichols the third, running back. I actually like that one. Anthony Johnson, safety, Iowa State, and then Grant Dubose out of Charlotte, wide receiver. So cool. Honestly, I think one of those guys might be good, and then the other 3 will not be on the team by, I would say, in a year or 2.
Yeah,
But who knows?
if they make it to a lot of 7th round picks, don't even make it to day one.
Yeah, they end up just being like undrafted free agent type guys, and honestly, sometimes they get beat out by undrafted free agents. So, they gave our draft a B+. Cool. That's probably what I would give it as well. I'll take it. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
We're literally just like loading up on young players, being like, all right, let's hope some of these work out.
I mean, he had a lot of players in the. I mean, how many
Yeah.
picks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was like
13.
13 picks. Yeah, my God.
That's absurd. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like, I mean, the game day roster is 52, so that's like a solid 1/5 of your team are rookies now.
Yeah. Plus, last year we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks.
Jeez, yeah.
And most of those guys are still on the team from last year too. So I mean, we are now, I think, one of the youngest teams in football.
Probably.
So I mean, you know what? I'm here for it. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I've hit
New
the
era.
point where if we brought because some people are like, get ready to have the no Aaron Rodgers era. But like, okay, what if we bring back Aaron Rodgers? What's he gonna do? There's like, are we gonna do what we did last year and like have one of the worst offenses I think I've watched with my Hall of Fame quarterbacks? Like, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Like, it's just unless we were going all in, which it was clear the team was just like, we need to move on, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to move on at some point. And so they're just like, screw it, start over, all the young guys, see what Jordan Love is, bam. Like, I'm fine with it. I've moved on. I've made my peace. Let's
It
go.
sounds like it, yeah, considering how often you bring it up.
Yes. Oh, it is my. I want it to happen. I think that's the thing. I just want to watch it because once it starts rolling, then I can either be like, I showed all of you he was gonna be good, or I'll just be like, listen, this blows ass. All right, so it'll be one or the other. As long as we're competitive. That's the old Rob thing, right? With the Jets,
Yep.
you just want to be competitive. Like even if you're like a young team and you're losing, but you're like close, right? And you're like making strides. It's like, hey, at least we're having fun. We're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and I will say, the Jets have not had luck in that department because every time I say that, they are never competitive. But who knows? Maybe it'll be different for the Packers.
Yeah, we'll see. We've done it before.
Yeah.
And so with that, there's nothing. I mean, there's like some other guys got drafted for different teams.
Yeah, a couple,
a couple other guys.
Yeah, a couple guys. How many players are in the draft actually? They get drafted. Well, I mean, I guess this would be easy to. It's like roughly 7 times 32.
I mean, hold on. There's 259 draft picks.
250. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
a lot of compensatories there.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh yeah, who's Mr. Irrelevant this year?
It is Desjuan Johnson.
Okay.
He went to the Rams. He is a defensive end.
Okay.
So I saw somebody already saying, wait until this guy in the Rams sacks Brock Purdy. And then they go like, Mr. Irrelevant has been sacked by Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep. No, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Hold on. I'm gonna show you the draft here on Wikipedia, and we can just wrap things up here. Look through all the names and find some of your favorites now, because there are some great names in here.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going through the first round first. Well, I actually want to say when they announced the Packers pick, Lucas Van Ness, I thought they said Lucas Finesse, and I think he should change his name because that would be way cooler than Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah. I've seen Lucas Finesse. That would be really good. I like that. I've also seen people making Loch Ness Monster memes.
Okay, yeah, no, that works.
That. Yeah. I think out of all the first rounders, I don't know which name I like the most. I like Jahmyr Gibbs actually, or I like Skoronski.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a solid football name.
Yeah,
Pete Skoransky.
Skoransky.
Yeah.
I think second round. Looking at a lot of these, I did like. I think he was second. Yeah, Juice Scruggs.
Oh yeah, that is
that's a name.
Yeah.
He went to the Texans.
That might be the crown for this year, honestly. Juice Scruggs, like that it's pure football name, and just hearing it gets you hyped for the player.
Yeah, Oh yeah, and he's the Texans center now. So I mean, Juice Scruggs, leading the way for the Texans.
Actually, the Chargers pick. That's a fun name. I don't even know how to say that.
Let's see where's that at? Which pick?
54. Tuli Puloto.
Oh yeah, Tuli Puloto. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's
surely this isn't culturally insensitive.
Well, I mean, I always worry about that.
We're just trying to pronounce it.
Every time we do this, I do worry about that, but we should make clear I like these names.
Yeah,
they're interesting.
I just wanted to make you guys clear on the spot, Yeah,
there's the people I do worry about it. How about you get some real name? Like those people. It's I think they're just cool names.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, I have my last name is weird, but like my first name is a very boring name, right? Like you've probably met like 100 Robs in your life, so
maybe 1,000.
Yeah, I mean,
900 million.
Yeah.
We had the Cowboys get Luke Schoonmaker. He makes Schoon.
That's important.
Yeah.
Gotta have Schoon on the team.
You gotta have Schoon.
That kind of name, that's gotta be like in medieval times, they did make something called a Schoon. And that's where, what the hell is a Schoon? I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, what is a Schoon?
Beautiful, apparently.
So he makes
Dutch.
beautiful.
Yeah, in Dutch that means beautiful.
Huh. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So yeah,
Right,
Shun.
A person related to one by marriage, one's brother-in-law, is Shun.
So maybe they're like a wedding planner or something. You know, they made marriage. I don't know. I'm reaching here.
And according to Urban Dictionary, it means to steal, particularly when referring to beer. So perhaps he is a stealer of beer.
Oh, he might fit right in with the Cowboys. Here you go. Third round, we got Yaya Diaby.
That's just
Oh.
great.
That's a name. I love that
Just
name.
solid. Just so solid.
Yeah.
And that went to Sinvicta's team. He's to the Bucks. I remember when he got picked, I was like, oh, Sinvicta's gonna like him.
But
Yeah.
when he starts watching the Buccaneers and they're good again in 2026, he's gonna love Yaya Diaby.
Yeah.
I like there's Tank Bigsby.
Oh yeah.
That's a name.
That's a solid football name.
Yeah.
That's well, there was another tank,
a wide
in
receiver.
there's another tank in the Tank Dell, right?
Oh yeah, Tank Dell. It's the other one.
Yeah.
That's another cool one.
Except his is a nickname. I don't know if Tank
Oh.
is the other guy's official first name.
It's not. It's Cartavius.
Oh, well, that's also a great name.
Yeah, Cartavius Bigsby is honestly maybe even better.
That's bad. He sounds like he's going to sell me a tract of land in the Old West.
Cartavius Bigsby here. Yeah.
I'll be Huckleberry.
Let's see. We got your
Jordan
standards.
Battle.
Yeah, Jordan Battle's a cool one, especially for a safety.
Yeah. It's fitting.
The Patriots took a kicker in the 4th round.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Ryland.
Yep. Indeed, they did.
That is a Patriot pick.
Oh, I see an Italian. Nick Saldiveri.
I see an
Surely
Italian.
this isn't someone who isn't an Italian, and you're
Yeah,
taking him for being an
probably not.
Italian.
I mean, let me look it up. Saldiveri. That could be. I mean, it could be Spanish. Let's see. Saldiveri. Well, it turns out he's the only person named Saldiveri because if I look that up,
Yeah.
origin of name.
This guy's
Written
just
in
gonna,
Ireland? Are you kidding me?
incredible.
How is Saldiveri an Irish name? All right, well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
Rob, identifier of everything but Italian.
yeah,
No, he's
clearly.
gotta be Italian. You're 0 for 2
Yeah.
now. It's not looking good. We had Saidi So, offensive guard. I don't know how you say that, but that's a cool name.
I mean, I see another one that I can't pronounce either on the Colts. Adetomiwa Adebawore. I wonder what that's interesting.
Yeah, that's
That's
a cool
from.
name.
Oh, Nigeria. Interesting.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Vilami Fahoko.
He
the
sounds
Cowboys.
delicious. All right, that one was insensitive. I apologize.
That was
Classic.
fucking stupid.
Let's see. We got let's
the
see.
content you come to this podcast.
Absolutely.
It truly is.
I mean, in fairness, it is a tradition now every year.
It
that
is a
we,
tradition.
We go through. I mean, hey, I do think that the Jets got a solid name in Israel Abanikanda. Like that's gonna be. I can imagine commentators screaming Abanikanda's name as he runs down the field.
100%.
You know, that sounds great.
Abanikanda.
Yeah.
Be like going crazy. Dude, I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like after this, like it seemed like a lot of teams actually had like good drafts this year, like abnormally so. Like it seemed like everyone got what they needed in a weird way. So like we're at a point again where I'm like, I'm so fucking excited to watch football this year. It's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm somehow actually excited to watch the Jets, which has burned me many times in the past. So I hope it's not gonna happen again.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the Jets. That's how you know it's weird.
Right? Yeah. And the Ravens got Blue Kelly.
Yeah, I just saw that.
That's a
Q
cool
Blue
name.
Kelly. That is.
I mean, how
Yeah.
many new eras we got here? We got Sinvicta, new era. Me,
Yeah.
my new era was last year, but basically still new era.
Yeah.
Krendor, new era. Rob, new era.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I feel like Mac Jones isn't long for this world. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every team's got a quarterback now, it feels like, except the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I do remember saying that last year though, and
Yeah.
then like within 5 weeks, it was like, oh boy, lots of teams need QBs this year, huh?
Yeah.
You know,
well, the thing
so-
is, a lot of those teams have now drafted QBs, but it's just a
Right.
matter of how long do they have to get good, or will they get good?
Oh,
maybe how many of these new quarterbacks you think are going to have to sit, and the teams will be like, please play the new guy. And then they're like, we're not going to play the new guy, all right? And then like 3 games later, okay, we're going to play the new guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Well, I
It
mean,
happens every time.
I mean, yeah, like it really does because Jordan Love is literally the last first round QB that
Yeah.
has not played in his first year. So,
yeah.
you know,
Look, as someone who had to watch fucking Mitch Trubisky for like 5 weeks, like they just literally lost us a playoff spot. Like,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, you're better off just doing nothing and then getting your draft picks.
dude, this is another badass one. Henry. Oh wow, actually, his full name is even better. But
That's a really long name.
Yeah.
Oh, to
Well, yeah, Henry to O. I don't
To,
know.
who
how
it
to-
may, to Henry, to whom it may concern.
Right, yeah. But his full name is Henry Moses Ito Lessie? To'o?
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's a
that's
cool
pretty
name.
sick. I feel like there's someone
Yeah.
else that has a similar name to that. There's a linebacker. Maybe I'm
yeah.
crazy. Let's see. We got Payne Durham. Yo,
Okay.
Payne Durham.
That is badass, actually.
That
Yeah.
is badass.
And all these guys, we won't see any of them in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. We're already into the 5th round. Actually, the 5th round Rams pick, Puka Nakwa.
That's a cool,
cool
one.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Puka?
Puka. I think any name that has multiple plosives in it is automatically cool.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I agree. We got.
Let's see.
Let's see. These are okay.
It's cool in this one.
Yeah, where's like. These are all pretty standard.
Titus Leo. That's pretty sweet.
That's cool. Yeah, I like Titus
Yeah, it's-
Leo.
Sounds like a Greek hero.
Yeah. The Ravens got an offensive tackle, pick 199. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Oh yeah, Mala Esala. Wow, yeah, no, that's hard to say. That is an interesting name.
Yeah, it looks like they just
Oh,
call
and
him
apparently-
Salah.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah. You said apparently what?
Oh no, I was gonna say the same thing that you
Oh,
just said. That's kind of Sally, yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the Cowboys thing where they took Deuce Vaughn. And
Yeah, son of their like draft agent or something.
Yeah, so he's like,
Oh, right.
They drafted their kid, and so he's
Mhm.
like, hey, so it's kind of fun. He's also a sixth
He-
rounder, but he's a running back, so he'll probably make the team.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, the Patriots got Amir Speed. Do you think
And
he's
that-
gonna be
and-
fast?
And that guy, an offensive lineman.
Right. Yeah. That would be great.
Oh yeah, he's a corner, so I mean it's fitting.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I like in the 7th round Raymond Vohasek. Vohasek.
Oh yeah, I see that. It sounds like a hockey name.
Yeah. Right. That's what is that? That's got to be like Polish or something, right?
It's probably Russian or like Eastern European. Vohasek.
Yeah.
I'd say some Eastern European. DeMarco Helms. That's kinda
okay.
cool.
Yeah. That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Jovan
Oh,
Gwynn.
excuse me. The Ravens actually picked up a guy named Andrew Voorhees.
Oh no.
So we
Uh,
is he gonna wear a hockey mask in the game? He should. Man, actually, you know what? I take that back. I feel bad because I'm sure he heard that his entire fucking life,
Oh yeah, he probably did.
having that last name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jason Taylor's son, Jason Taylor II. went to the Rams. He's a
Oh,
safety.
cool.
What's
Yeah.
with football players and naming their kids the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost think they do it so that they get like the teams just say like, hey, it's that guy's kid. We'll pick him.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I
you
mean,
know
maybe
for
it
a
does
fact
work out.
They are like, my son's gonna play football. Like they just do that.
Yeah.
So
The Raiders also picked up Nesta Jade Silvera, which sounds
That is a
like-
D&D name.
That's what I was about to say, right? Like that's straight up out of a fantasy novel.
Yeah.
And the Packers got Carrington Valentine, which you
Yeah.
know is like a '50s heartthrob.
Carrington Valentine.
Detective,
I'll never leave
basically.
you.
Right? Yeah.
Valentine, you're off the case. You can't do this.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the fun names I've
Oh
seen.
no! Wait, hold on. I see the on the Eagles, Moro Ajomo. That's just fun
Oh,
to
yeah,
say.
that's cool.
That is fun to say. Moro Ojomo.
Moro
Moro
Ojomo.
Ojomo.
Oh, and the Chargers got quarterback Max Duggan. Duggan?
That's solid.
That sounds like an 80s like type, you know, they got like Bueller. Like Bueller is like Duggan.
Yeah,
Get over here.
Duggan.
You trying to skip school again, Duggan? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some great names, and probably about 60% will be out of the league in a year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
But you know, that's the NFL draft. You know, we're all excited. We've gotten good players, I think. And
I think so.
only time will tell. So
We'll see you guys in 5 months, 4 months.
Yeah. I mean, we should do something else too throughout the.
Is it only 3 months?
yeah, it's only 3 months.
Oh, baby.
I'm excited.
I'm
Yeah.
marking the calendar.
When they said who Hard Knocks is this year?
Oh, I don't know.
Usually they say around now. 4 teams. Oh, there's only 4 teams eligible for Hard Knocks, and 3 of them don't want to do it. So,
Yeah.
oh my dude. Okay,
Oh my dude.
so the teams are the Commanders,
Oh.
You.
the Saints,
Okay.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that too.
the Bears,
I'd watch
Yeah.
that.
I would be
And-
interested in that.
the Jets.
Yes!
Oh well.
Yes!
I mean,
Yes!
look, I'm just gonna say, last
Please.
time the Jets were on Hard Knocks was 2009 when they went to the AFC Championship game. So I wouldn't be opposed if we had another Hard Knocks.
Yep.
It would be
And
very very fitting.
apparently the Jets, Bears, and Commanders really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like the Bears, you're like trying to make your new team, everything, then it's just like Hard Knocks comes in. You got the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. They're probably
Right.
like they're gonna be like, so what crazy things has Aaron Rodgers done today?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, known fan of sports media, so that would be great, I'm sure,
Yep.
for him.
And then the Commanders probably like I don't want to watch the Commanders.
No.
And then the Saints could be fun. So
Yeah, I would watch the Saints. That would be
Yeah.
interesting.
honestly, Jets, Bears, or Saints, I'd watch any of those. I really hope it's the Jets.
That
my
would
God.
be cool, but
You know
Oh,
for
man.
a fact that the Hard Knocks people want to do the Jets too, because they're just like, dude,
Absolutely.
think of the rating.
yeah, absolutely. No,
And-
like I would probably watch it, to be honest, if they did it on the Jets. And you know. Yeah.
So
Do you guys wanna quickly go through who you think divisions, who's gonna be the division winners?
sure, we
Oh,
could do an
God.
extremely early division
The
win.
earliest,
Yeah.
prediction.
Well, I mean, we're past like, you know, basic free agency, basic draft. Yeah. So
Sure, we could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll
I
start.
think it's going to be much easier this time around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AFC
hopefully.
East.
Jets.
Woo!
I'm calling it now. We're doing it. This is our time.
I
We're gonna
still
win
think
the division.
The Bills are gonna win.
It's fair.
Who did the Bills lose this year? They had a good draft, though, didn't they, too?
They lost. They lost Brian Dable last year, and boy, oh boy, I think it affected them. Is all I'll say.
They were 13-3.
I mean, they were 13-3, but they did not. They weren't the 13-3 of yesteryear, is what I would say. So
I just have this void in my brain that just there's just a sign in the middle of it, right? And it says the Jets and Lions cannot win ever.
It's probably true.
And that's just like a rule of the universe. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Bills just because I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do this Aaron Rodgers thing. Or something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go. Something.
I don't even think like they'll be bad. I think they're not as good as the Bills.
Well, we'll see, my friends. We shall see.
But I'll be cheering for him still.
Yeah.
Like the Bills are still just an insane football team.
Yeah.
So,
I do think I think though it would be between the Jets and Bills. I'm not sure. Like Miami obviously has a lot of power on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, mostly on the offense. But Tua is a big. What's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Like if he's back and he does well and everything, I mean they can be a playoff team as well. But
then it would probably be a three-way race, I would think. But
yeah. So yeah, I think that. Then we got the AFC North.
ooh,
Here's the thing.
Yep.
I think the Steelers are going to be a better team. I think Matt Canada is still awful. So I do think we are not going to win the division because I think the Ravens will because their team feels like it got way better too.
Yeah.
their
Especially,
offense.
like if Lamar stays healthy, I think they're like guaranteed division winners at this point.
Yeah. I mean they still have a good defense too.
And actually, I want to mention, I feel like the Ravens have finally decided to invest in their QB
Yep.
for the first time that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And,
Yep.
they actually got him some receivers, and I appreciate that, honestly.
As much as I hate them, I think they will win the division this year. I think Matt Canada is still going to hold us back.
I think the Bengals are going to go back again. I think they're going to win it again.
I think it's either Bengals or Ravens, and I think I just trust the Bengals more than the Ravens.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say the Bengals, but honestly, that's another crazy division.
Yeah.
Yes,
Every year.
but-
Sorry, go on.
No, yes, especially if Cleveland gets its shit together. But I hope
Yeah.
they don't.
I hope they.
Yeah, I
do
think
as well.
everyone hopes they don't, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I mean, there's probably some Browns fans that do, but like, it kind of
Right,
sucks because if you're a fan of the team, you have to be like,
Yeah.
I just want the team to win, but I don't want that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't come to the Jets because I really don't know what I would probably, I don't know what I would do. I'd like to say I'd stop watching the Jets, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. AFC South.
Ooh.
Give me the Jags. Let's go,
Yeah,
Duval.
It's gotta be Jaguars, right? It's gotta be.
I mean, you got the Titans in there, and
I mean,
No.
the Titans are probably the other team that could, but
Hey, watch out for those Texans. You never know.
that's true.
that's true. Yeah, you know what though? You're right. I will go with the Jags too. It's just
I think
Doug
this is
Peterson.
the hardest division.
Yeah.
That's
to
tough.
predict.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's a rough one.
Yeah. AFC West.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah, that's
yeah.
easy. Yeah, there's no.
I'm not
no
making that
question
mistake again.
Yeah.
there. Oh, did you pick? Who did you pick
Nobody
last year?
believed in the Chiefs. We showed them.
Yeah.
Nobody
Although,
believed in the
they're gonna have-
14-3 team.
Usually, the team that wins the Super Bowl has an off year the year after, right?
That's true.
So,
That is
And-
true.
and that happened last time to the Chiefs too, didn't it?
Yeah,
So,
I think it did. Yeah. Because then I know
I'll-
Chargers are the Chargers.
Yeah,
Raiders. Yeah.
are the Raiders.
They're out. They're
then-
tanking, basically.
yeah,
I do
they're
think the
done.
Broncos will improve, but not by much.
I don't think they'll improve. I think they'll improve, but I don't think they'll improve enough to win the division.
Yeah, I could see them.
I think they
getting,
might
like,
make the playoffs.
I could see them getting like 8 wins, maybe 9 if the things go well.
I think it could be. I think it could be more than that because they got rid of Hackett and he went to the Jets.
Yeah,
But as a coordinator,
Yeah.
Sean
Sean Payton.
Yeah, you got Peyton there, and look, I know that people are pretty down on Russell Wilson because he had a real bad year last year, but he's still Russell Wilson. That's like 1 year out of like a 12-year career.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I'll agree with that. We'll say it's a fluke. Maybe he just needs a better quarterback, coach with Sean
Yeah,
Payton. Coach in
exactly.
general, system, everything. Like, we'll
I-
see.
I think I honestly think the Broncos might make the playoffs next year. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna win the division, but I think they can make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll at least be in the race.
We'll see about that.
The Raiders will not, though. The Raiders.
Yeah,
Are,
no, Raiders are fucked.
yeah.
Sorry.
The NFC East.
Eagles.
Oh,
That's easy. It's easy.
no, I disagree.
The NFC East curse. You're not thinking.
No,
No, the
one
Eagles
wins
had one of the
twice in
best
a row.
drafts. They have Jalen Hurts. He just got paid. You guys are
NFC East
insane.
curse.
You're insane. The Cowboys suck.
I think you are losing it for thinking that you are more powerful than the dark magic of the NFC East.
Then who's going to
Yeah.
do it? Name me one of those other three teams.
Literally any of them, because that's
No,
how
you
it
have to
usually
name one.
goes.
You have to name one.
I'm gonna go Giants.
No.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I'm. You know what? Giants.
Bro, Saquon is pissed about his contract, man. Like, yeah, no, he might not even play.
Yeah, but like Brian Dable.
Brian
they got
Dable.
they got
Okay, Brian
9
Dable
wins
without
last year.
Saquon Barkley.
I mean, I don't know. Like they had Saquon. I mean, remember the Giants had Saquon for years before Dable
was
came
injured.
in. Well,
Forever.
yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, even still, like they had him for a while, and they weren't like automatic playoff players until Dable came in. So
It's the Eagles, and you guys are both insane.
All right, you
Well,
know what?
we'll
I'm gonna
see.
say Cowboys.
okay.
I think that's the only other reasonable pick, just because the Cowboys, they might do good, but then they're gonna fucking into the playoffs because
Yeah.
it's the McCarthy special.
I thought
Yeah.
about it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's probably the McCarthy special.
Yeah. Well, but the NFC East curse doesn't carry into the playoffs. That doesn't matter. It's just
Well, yeah.
whoever wins the division is
Yeah.
is how. I'm gonna go Giants this year.
I think it's gonna
And
be Eagles, and it's not even gonna be that close.
so to your point though, Apollo, I will say that the last team that did it back to back it was the Eagles. So
Yeah, that's true. They know how to break the dark magic curse.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then we're all changing to the Eagles then?
No, I'm still sticking with the
going.
Giants. They're not strong enough to break the curse,
Yeah.
especially after they just went to the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
don't.
There's
I don't
something
think so.
will happen. They'll get injuries. They're gonna.
Right.
it's the curse.
Yeah.
Then we have the NFC North, my favorite.
Yeah. Oh man.
Give me those Lions, baby!
Lions.
Let's go,
After that draft?
Detroit. That's Dan Campbell, man. You saying it's Brian Dable? It's Dan Campbell. Again, he doesn't need good players.
I really want the Lions to win it.
Give me
And-
those Lions.
I'm gonna pick the Lions to win it,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of worried.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna be the Vikings again.
I hope it's
Okay.
not.
I think their soul has been crushed. I don't think that they are going to come back from that unscathed.
Yeah, but you guys say that every year about the Vikings, and then every year by the end of the year, you're like, well, I mean,
I was on the Vikings train last year, all right? I'll have you know.
I
I
do
do the
vaguely
entire
remember that.
season. Like, this team is overrated and bad, and then they lost right away in the playoffs. And I was like, wow, it's almost like they were overrated and bad.
I jumped on the overrated train about halfway through, but like,
Yeah,
what was that
fair.
one loss they had that was like just fucking embarrassing? I don't
They
even
had like
remember.
2 of them.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it. I know. I need to know there was an exact
The
game when I went
Cowboys
to.
one, I think.
Let's see. They lost to the Cowboys 3-40. That was it. That was the
that's
one.
rough. Yeah,
That was the one. I was like, I don't know about this team anymore, guys.
Yeah, that was. I feel like they had another. Then they lost to the Packers 41-17 with like
Yeah.
2 weeks left.
yeah. They got completely styled on several times that season.
And then they almost lost to the Colts. Remember they had that crazy comeback against
Oh
the
yeah,
Colts?
they were
Yeah.
down like 30-7. It
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
a similar thing. And then they should have lost to the Bills.
Yeah, but even so,
And then they should have lost to the Lions.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Lions, and I actually think that the kind of sleeper pick here is the Bears.
The Bears,
I actually-
I was gonna say that. Yeah,
I think because they've done some things to make that team better, and Justin Fields is going into his
Second
year,
Third
I think,
Or,
a third year.
or actually, is it
second real
year?
year.
His
Yeah.
second real year. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we don't talk about that other coach.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they are kind of the sleeper in that division. I think they could.
I think the Bears defense is still too bad. Their run defense still blows ass. Teams are just going to run over them, which is why I still think they're going to get probably like 7-8 wins. Like, I don't think they're going to be a 3-win team.
Yeah.
But I still think the Lions have not won the division since the early 90s. I already said it I think last time, but the Buccaneers won this division before the Lions have recently. Like, that's how long it's been. So I really want them to, especially before the Packers begin their next reign of terror next year. With our third Hall of Fame quarterback, because it's just not going to be fair.
Totally.
So you got your 1 year window, right? You can win, and then we get back on top. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, it will. Dude, watch the Packers go like fucking 13 wins.
I honestly kind of want it to happen. I think it would be hilarious, to be honest.
I think realistically, the Packers probably get like, I think their window's like 6 to 9 wins, not even the meme, the number, but I can see. I think if we do bad, I still think we get 6 wins. Like, the team is still, we're not the Texans. Like, we still have Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon. Our offensive line's good. Like, we're gonna run the ball. Our defense is okay. Like, we're not bad, but we're not gonna really, like, dominant. I think 9 wins is probably where we max out if we're good.
I think I'm gonna say the Packers are in the 4 to 7 win territory next year, is my guess.
I guess a little low.
The Packers will win 2 games next season, and they'll be against the Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have to see the schedule. Like,
true. Actually, we haven't seen the schedule. I give you that.
Because, if we're playing, like, the AFC South and the NFC South, I'm going to be like, all right, you know what? Maybe we get, like, 8-9 wins in there.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going up against, like, the Falcons and the Texans and the Colts, and
I'm again going to say that I I'll happily eat my words down the line, but I'm going to say I highly doubt that losing Aaron Rodgers would lead to more wins next year. That's my thinking.
I don't even think you need to go. I just think Jordan Love is not that good. But hey, I'll be happy to be wrong. I mean, I don't really care about the Packers that much. I'm over 2010. Like, it's been 13 fucking years.
The opponents for the NFC North are the AFC West, so that's rough, and then the NFC South. So we actually do play the NFC South.
Okay. There's definitely some freebies in there.
Buccaneers.
Well, the Bucks are the freebie. I don't know about. I honestly, until I see Bryce Young play, and until I see because the Falcons were weirdly scary.
Yeah,
much like that whole division. Even though they were bad, they each won 7 games. Like, there were plenty of worse teams. We make fun of that division, but like, they were winning.
Yeah. No, they were almost at 500, all of them. So,
dude, funnily enough, we play the Steelers next year as one of our random teams we play.
Oh fuck,
boy.
Dude, Jordan Love is gonna light the Steelers up, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
Look, if that one's in Pittsburgh, you want to go to it? Or you know what? We can make the commitment. If it's in Green Bay, do you want to go with it? We'll go either one.
We'll see. Well, we'll see when it is in the season. And
if it's like December in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Plus, let me watch this team for at least a couple weeks before I go to any of their games. So I might be like, dude, this is insane. I gotta see Jordan Love. Or I'll be like, I can wait to see
the actually like the first game of the season.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season. We'll see.
Honestly, the earlier it is, the more likely I think because I have a trip to Japan in like November. So.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see once the schedule gets announced.
Yeah.
Because the Steelers are. Wait, shouldn't we know where they're playing? Because I swear someone was telling me the Steelers are playing in Houston this year. And I'm like, how'd you know that already?
Maybe they've got home and away.
We should. I think we should have the teams and whatnot. Yeah.
So 2023 schedule. So it releases in May on the 11th.
Okay.
Do we know anything yet?
Oh, they do have home and away. So it looks like it is in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I
would go to it though. That's farther from me than it is from you.
That's true. It is.
It's pretty close to me, to be honest.
Oh, you want to go? You guys want to go see a fucking Steelers
maybe.
game? Hell
I mean,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you guys want to go, I to be honest,
I've wanted to go to Heinz Field my whole life. Or sorry, Acrisure Stadium.
I do really want to go to a Jets game this year because
Oh,
for
yeah.
obvious reasons,
Yeah.
It's probably the only time in my life that I will be able to see a team that is possibly good. So, does my team play? Does the Jets play any of your teams this year?
No, we played last. You played both of us last year.
Yeah, the
That's a
Jets.
bummer.
Who are the Jets' opponents? Let's see. Jets' opponents are they got the Chiefs. Then
what
they
are
play
we-
the
is they-
AFC South. Wait, no, they only play the Texans. Never mind. So
Oh.
they play the AFC West.
Oh boy, Jesus, come on, man.
Wait, are they playing in Houston?
They are playing at home against Houston.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Houston games are reasonable for me. I can drive there.
And then they play at let's see, they play at NFC East. So they play NFC
Okay.
East. So they play
Okay.
at Dallas, at Giants, at Broncos, at Browns, at Raiders.
Oh, Dallas is even easier. I'll go to a Dallas game with you if you want to come down here.
Yeah, well, that is a bit farther than Pittsburgh. I will
Yeah.
say.
True.
And also, the South right now, you know.
They got
Sorry, I was about to say you're straight and white. It's fine.
I mean, you might be right.
they have the
Jess doesn't have her natural hair color though, so I'm not sure how that would go over well in Texas.
Well, May 11, 9 days from now, we can see where all these games are.
Right.
And
Yeah.
maybe something will line up.
I think
Yeah.
Because
the-
I'm jealous of Bear and Sin who went to their game. I
Yeah.
want to go to
although
the game now.
they did not
that
have a
was
good
just fun.
experience after the
No, in fact, if I remember correctly, it was a whole entire nightmare.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Um,
Now that you're saying it though, that makes me want to go see the New York versus New York game. Like that
yeah.
would be great. I would actually like to go to that. So
Well,
maybe
you
I'll
know
do
the
that.
Chiefs Jets is going to be prime time.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like that's
Oh yeah.
in New York, Chiefs Jets. They're
Oh,
doing
God.
that.
Wait, it's in New York?
And it's
Yeah.
gonna be Sunday night because how the hell is Collinsworth gonna
Aaron
handle
Rodgers,
Aaron
Pat
Rodgers
Mahomes.
and Mahomes?
Oh, he's
Holy
like,
But there's a guy. There's a guy. Oh,
Dude, that might be
dude's
the
gonna
game that I
bust.
have to go to actually,
don't
because
have
so
to
that I
hear
don't
him,
have to.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to hear him at all.
like
That would
Collinsworth
be,
is gonna bust like 5 times before the game even starts.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's a good game. Well, hell, if you guys want to go to that game all together, please come to New York. That sounds fun.
Well,
That'll
then we
be a
have
good
the
game.
NFC South. Saints, everybody, Saints.
Yeah.
If the Panthers,
I think it is between the Panthers and the Saints.
yeah, I think so too.
God,
Oh
imagine
yeah,
if the
we're still
Panthers saw
doing
CMC.
division stuff.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Saints. It's gonna be Saints.
Yeah, I think it's Saints. I mean, Michael Thomas
I-
is coming back. Alvin Kamara is on the
Yeah.
team. Derek Carr,
Yeah.
you know, they even still got
the most
Taysom Hill.
veteran experience.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
might
think it's-
if Bryce Young starts looking real good in like preseason or something, I might change my
Yeah.
tone. But
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I think it'll be
interesting.
fun. As long as at
Interesting
least the
division.
Buccaneers can't win it anymore. Honestly,
That's probably true.
nobody should have won that division last year. The Buccaneers were
No.
trash.
Yeah.
that entire division should have been banned from participating in the playoffs.
And then the NFC West.
Ooh.
I mean, it's one
It's
of two
49ers
teams.
Seahawks,
There's
right?
there's
Yeah.
two teams that are not winning most decidedly.
The 49ers still are in a weird quarterback situation.
Yeah, I don't- but they still have all their like parts, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's got to be the Niners still because they're gonna get Purdy back, and then they're also still gonna have Lance. But I don't know.
Their defense is
I'm
the
gonna-
best
you know what?
in football.
I'm going to go Seahawks, but I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. I'm going to
Okay.
say that the Rams, I think,
No.
are going to be a sleeper in this.
No.
They won the
No.
Super Bowl 2 years ago.
No.
Just they had one bad year after the Super Bowl. They still got Sean McVay. They still got
No.
Matt Stafford. They still got Cooper Kupp. They still got Aaron Donald. Well, did Aaron Donald retire? He's still playing, right?
I don't know if I don't think he did.
I think he's still on the team.
Yeah, he still looks like he's still playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sean McVay is a great coach, and I think that 1 year of bounce back might be what is going to happen for him, possibly. So I think you guys are underselling the Rams. Is all I'll say.
No.
I don't know if they're going to win the division. I'm still going Seahawks, but
No.
I mean, all right, they had how many? They had 5 wins last year. I'll give them 6.
I mean, 2 years ago they won the Super Bowl.
But
So
that was 2 years ago.
well, I mean, 2 seasons. You know,
That's a lot of seasons.
it's not that many seasons. They had 1 bad season, and then
Look,
like
they traded away their star receiver, Allen Robinson. All
Yeah,
right.
they did. I just think the 49ers their defense is so good, and it probably won't even matter who their quarterback is. They'll just run the ball and play safe.
Yeah, they are just they are clearly the favorites for the division. I
Yeah,
think.
which, to be fair, is the reason I think the Packers will do all right. I think they're playing 49er football now. They're just going to run the ball and play all right. Now, we want to have the defense they have, but
yeah,
it's good enough for some wins.
yeah.
We'll do better than the Rams, I think.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We will see. So that's it. That's the draft show. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, Patreon, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe we'll rally back here in like a month or something, even though there's not a lot of news, and talk for 15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe a couple months, maybe like July or something.
Yeah, I can see 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months probably be good.
Well, it's just I'm thinking because we still got the Patreon running, so I feel bad not doing anything on the channel.
Well, what are we
but-
going to talk about?
I don't know.
Boys, Aaron Rodgers had a Subway sandwich for breakfast today, and then he said there was clams in it. What a freak! Like, that they get in there? What?
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Let's put it to the audience. If you guys want us back, maybe once a month while there's nothing really happening in the NFL. If you have any suggestions of what we could do, then leave it in the comments. Let us know if there's
There you go.
something
Yeah.
that could be fun.
Leave it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, listen. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.